What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another Warzone mobile video. So today I do want to talk more about the completionist camo grind for this game. So as you guys know, Warzone Mobile does have two sets of weapons from two different COD games. One, of course, being Modern Warfare 2, and of course the other, which is the more recent, Modern Warfare 3. We do have cross progression between those games. I think they finished it for Modern Warfare 2. So whatever you earn in that game is basically not going to carry over here. But I'm not sure if whether or not if you grind out those weapons in Modern Warfare 3, it might work. I'm not really that certain, but as it goes for, just the Modern Warfare 3 guns, you're able to work on them as well just in either game. Of course, also for anyone that may not play those games on console, I know a lot of people here are starting off as beginners, starting to get used to how this engine works. Especially myself, I do have some experience with this IWX9 or whatever this engine is called. I do have a little bit of experience, but I never really got to play those games enough to be fully adapted. But, as time went on, I'm starting to actually adapt to how this thing works. So I know there's a lot of new players out there that are really, I guess, hyped about how the grind is working, and I know it's a far different thing from what COD Mobile is, where it kind of has like that old formula of camo grinding where you have to get like 100 long shots for each gun, just the Modern Warfare 2019 style of grinding. But this one, of course, is a little bit more simpler in theory. I say in theory because I know a lot of creators that have been talking about this game say that the camo grind for this is a lot easier, but I don't think that statement could be further from the truth, and I'll explain why. So there were challenges that were changed because, of course, the engine right now, or I guess the game as it is right now, does not support certain styles of play such as tac stance. Although we do have the canted laser aim, it's basically the same thing. But yeah, they had to change challenges like that for long shots, and this applies mainly to the assault rifles. All the Modern Warfare 3 assault rifles that you do have to work on are involving long shot challenges. Not only that, we don't have the assistance of hardcore, so getting long shots is a lot harder than it should be for the most part. Unless you're maybe in scrapyard, it's a little easier to get long shots that way, or in shoot house, but I would say it's a little bit more rare to get long shots in shoot house because of how most of the players in the game move. Most of them are not going to be in the center of the map where you could easily shoot them from a long range. They're mainly going to be, moving around. I did address this in one of the videos that I did make prior to this. Long shots, I don't know, the devs really have this weird fascination with that type of challenge. I mean, they could have easily switched the attack stance challenges to maybe kills while using a canted laser. I think that would have been a little bit more simpler, but no, they decided to just make it way harder for us on, give us a challenge that's only really doable in 1 to 2 maps. And really, this kind of just sucks even more for those that might be doing the Orion grind, because every weapon in the Modern Warfare 2 category are all requiring you to get 25 long shot kills to get platinum. But given how unbalanced, I guess underpowered the Modern Warfare 2 weapons are compared to the Modern Warfare 3 guns, it adds an even bigger challenge. And with the addition of the fact that we don't have hardcore, it's, again, even harder. Not only that, some of the challenges on both Interstellar and Orion grinds are kind of bugged as of right now, and it's kind of frustrating because I kind of want to get this done before I head out into basic training. Hopefully they fix all these issues, but yeah, for example, weapons are not acting as they should. So for example, the sniper specifically, when it comes to the KV inhibitor, as well as the longbow, they have this ability to one-shot so long as you hit in the upper chest, but unfortunately in this game, for some reason, they're both pure hit marker machines unless you hit in the head. There is a conversion kit for the longbow, but for some reason it's not in this game yet, where you could actually have a higher chance of one-shotting enemies, but again, it's not in this game, so we don't have access to that. And even if it was in this game, there's no guarantee whether or not that conversion kit would actually work. And what makes it difficult about these two is that there are challenges where you are required to get 3 kill streaks, and I think for the longbow priceless challenge, I think you need to get a 5 kill streak 3 times, and it's really not doable if that thing cannot really one-shot unless you shoot in the head all 5 times. And the problem is that the odds of getting headshots like that is not actually easy. Of course, these snipers are not exactly they don't work exactly like they do in COD Mobile, where you basically have no flinch with snipers, period, and the challenge would be a lot more easier. This one, snipers actually act like they would, where, you know, if you get shot, you're gonna flinch like crazy, so it's even harder to land those headshots. But really, that's the only way to grind out the snipers right now. The Cat AMR and the XMR Stalker, or whatever that other DLC sniper is called, they both function pretty well. They both one-shot the way that they should. They both perform well. But yeah, the longbow and the KV inhibitor are not really suitable for grinding, at least at the moment. They are doable, but they're extremely difficult to do. So I'm kind of like stuck in the situation where I either have to choose the longbow or the Cat AMR to grind out, because I mean, both of them at the end of the day have really difficult challenges. For the Cat AMR, I think it's like the Forged challenge that's hard, where you have to get 15 penetration kills. Yeah, that's pretty difficult, and again, you know, those types of kills are kind of like off chances. They happen at rare occasions. But for the longbow, of course, that, you know, leads us to the priceless challenge, where we have to get 5 kills in a row without dying 3 times. And again, it's not really that doable when the weapon's not performing the way that it should. The KV inhibitor is, yeah, it's just as trash, I will admit, but it's doable because the rest of the challenges for Gilded, Forged, and Priceless are fine. They're not that difficult. But yeah, it's either like I kind of have to like choose one or the other. You know, the penetration kills are just by chance. It's not always guaranteed that it's going to happen. But at the same time, it's even a rare thing if you're trying to get 5 kills without dying with a gun that just doesn't one shot at all. So yeah, it's kind of left me in a weird, tough spot. Not only that, as for the shotguns, they for some reason do not work as well in terms of their challenges. There was like this issue where I was trying to get double kills with both the Lockwood as well as the Haymaker. Both of them, for some reason, sometimes they counted, sometimes they didn't. I would go through a whole game getting nothing but quad kills, triple kills, 6-man kills, and none of it would ever count. It was only like rare moments where I actually managed to get double kills completed for both of them. But even then, I was stopped when it came to the Gilded challenge, because it's rather a simple challenge. All you have to do is just get 2 kills shortly after sprinting in 1 life, which is pretty much something that you could get done within a few seconds. But for some reason, as no matter how many times I've tried doing that, it never counts. And because of that, I had to work on the knives, the karambit as well as the gutter knife. The gutter knife was one of those knives I did not want to work on, because it did have a 5 kill streak challenge for the Forged. And I actually managed to do it, as tough as that was. And I also did the karambit Forged as well. And, you know, the later challenges for Priceless aren't that difficult for either of them. So, yeah, I kind of made up for the shotguns on that. But, of course, it leads to another issue, whether or not you actually have enough weapons to grind for to get Priceless, therefore getting Interstellar. That's another thing that I do have to worry about. And not only that, I think there was like another issue with like, I think 2 other weapons. I think one of them was the Holger 556, where you're required to get a few kills with a underbarrel attachment, like, you know, like underbarrel shotgun or a grenade launcher. That doesn't work. I've heard some reports on that. I've also heard that for the HRM9, to get the Forge, you have to get 25 kills shortly after sprinting and ADSing. I've tried that one many times. I cannot get Forged for the life of me. It doesn't work as well. So again, like, I'm even more limited than I should be, but again, I'm sure some of you guys have already faced this issue by now. So I've counted a few times of how many Forged camos I could actually get, and to be honest, I don't really think at this point in time, I don't think Interstellar is actually grindable. At least when it comes to this game. Of course, in Modern Warfare 3, I mean, people have it. People have transferred their Interstellar over here, and I've seen a few people with the camo, but yeah, I don't think it's currently fully grindable in this game. You could grind out the majority of the challenges, but you cannot make it that far because there are certain guns that are bugged. And unfortunately, until they fix it, I'm not really going to be able to get Interstellar. So my plan right now is just to get everything that I can get forged. But yeah, it's kind of frustrating. You know, these are issues that shouldn't be issues in the first place. But yeah, hopefully in that April 3rd major update they fix all that stuff, because right now the snipers are basically in no shape to be grindable. The shotguns are not working for gilded. The HRM platinum doesn't work. The Holger doesn't work. You know, it's just a bunch of different weapons that have challenges that are not tracking. It's just a whole mess. So as it goes for whether or not the game is easier to grind camos on, it definitely isn't. We don't have hardcore. Getting long shots is more of a pain than ever because of the lack of hardcore. And even with the limited amount of maps that we do have, it's not really that doable. So for all of you guys that may have access to Modern Warfare 3, I know for sure I don't. I do recommend just grinding out whatever guns you have left and just do it in that game, because you do have hardcore in that one. So I do recommend doing that there. But for anyone that is just purely playing on Warzone Mobile, I'd say just wait until they fix all these issues, because right now it just doesn't seem possible. But anyways, I just want to air out my grievances with the camo grind so far. I've done a lot of progress, I'll say that. And yeah, I'm hoping to do a little bit more before I leave. But yeah, anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time.